My name is Michelle Spray with Optometry Times, and here I have Dr. McCarty talking to us about EHRs. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Certainly, Michelle. Thank you. My name is Zach McCarty. I'm the Director of Clinic Operations, which is essentially the CMIO, and a staff optometrist with Southeast Eye Specialist in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay, great. Well, let's start off with talking about the stages of meaningful use. Can you go over the stages for me and describe them a little bit?
Sure, absolutely. So, in order to help implement EHRs, or electronic health records, the government tried to make it a little bit easier to help physicians adopt these EHRs and to receive the incentive money. So instead of having to do everything at once, the government set up stages. And we have stage one, which is the easiest, of basically trying to capture the information into some type of digital format. Stage two is a little bit harder. It's kind of like you've gone from dipping your toe in the water to now you're wading in, and we're trying to go through and actually share that information electronically. Gone are the faxes, gone are trying to use email, which is not secure. It's securely sharing information between providers. And then stage three is you have that information, you're sharing it, now let's do something with it. It's the hardest step of how can we actually change people's health, people's behaviors, and make it to where we're a healthier population, and ultimately utilizing healthcare less and hopefully saving money.
Okay, great. Can you tell me about how these stages will or have already changed throughout the years from 2012 to 2013 to 2014 and so on?
Absolutely. So right now we're still in stage one, and stage two will begin in 2014, and that's for anyone that has already attested last year or the previous year to meaningful use. Those that are testing this year still get another year of stage one. In stage two, a lot of the things change. You go from maybe having to get 50% on a measure to 80%, or perhaps you go from you just had to share the information once to now you have to share the information 10% of the time, and it has to be securely and electronically. So there are many changes that go from stage one to stage two, and stage three is still unknown. They're writing that as we speak.
Okay. How are the stages determined based on when a practice starts to implement EHRs?
So the government has published, and there's a nice website they just came out with about 3 months ago, where you put in the first year that you actually attest to the EHR, and your first year is always stage one, and typically the next year is also stage one. Then the third year will be stage two, and sometimes you get a second year in stage two, and then stage three, and so on. Those people that started in 2011 actually have 3 years in stage one. They had 2011, 2012, and this year, 2013. And then again, that's changing up a little bit, but there's, I believe, a link in the article where it will take you directly to the website, and it's very easy to put in the first year you attest. I just got clarification from CMS, the Centers for Medicaid Services, that it's not based upon when you register, but when you actually first attest that you begin the stages. And so that's a very helpful piece of tidbit that not many people may realize.
Okay. For any physicians who have yet to implement EHRs, what sort of advice or tips can you give them?
Definitely when you're at any of the conference, you're at Vision Expo, at SECO, at AOA, at AAO, be going to the EHR vendors, be talking to the vendors, see what they have to offer. Talk to other optometrists in your area, see what do they use, what do they like, what do they not like about their EHR. I can almost tell you without a doubt there is not an EHR that has that is perfect, that there's one that does not have any flaws. Every EHR has something you wish was better, and there's some things that you say, oh, this is great, it's the best I've ever had. Hopefully, as we continue to progress with the EHRs, they're going to evolve much like all the other software that we use, and we'll see them continue to get better. But for now, the best is try to find somebody like yourself and say, what are you using, what do you like, what do you don't like? Really get their candid opinions.